Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole bringing you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, crew. Hope all is well. Oh man, I don't know where you guys are in the world, but I know out here in California, this is like allergy season. So my sinuses are acting up right now. So if I sound a little stuffy, excuse me. Hey, Shayla. Oh, Shayla says she has to do a replay. We'll see you in the replay. Hey, Indigo. Hey, GSP. How are you guys? How are you guys? I know I'm a little early for this recap, but I'm doing two lives today. So I had to kind of separate them. And I said I'll do Love During Lockup a little early today. Hope all is well. So this is Love During Lockup. I hate saying the season. They say it's season 5, episode 27. I don't know why they do that with the seasons and the episodes. But this episode is called Free Candace. If I had to rate it, I would give it a D. D as in dog, D as in David. It wasn't that good. I mean, there were certain moments, but I was nodding off a little bit, if I can be honest. And let me know what you guys grade this episode. Hey, Southern Belle. But yeah, I would give it a solid D, especially because we're kind of getting the same crap over and over again. Yes, but it's like that all the time, GSP. Like, it's always, I'm like, where are you getting season 5? Where are you getting episode 27 when we're literally only like 4 or 5 episodes in? It's so weird. I don't know why they do that, but either way, child, that's what they do. So yeah, I would give it a D. Okay, so you give it a D minus, you give it a C. Got it, got it, got it. Okay. Well, yeah, I definitely feel like, I was nodding off a little bit. I can't even lie. But we're gonna get started and see what you guys think about some of the nonsense on this episode. So let's start off with Joey and Michael. Okay. So, honestly, in my opinion, this first scene with Joey, I feel like it was a production type of scene. Miss Charlie, are you new? I don't think I've seen your name or your picture before. Let me know if you're new. But yeah, so we start off with Joey and Michael, and I just feel like this scene was so set up and it was so cringy because I was just like, why do we need this? So he sits down with apparently, I guess, a celebrity in their town of Boise, Idaho, who's really big in the LGBTQIA community, and she has a column talking about freaky tales, freaky tales. And so at that point, I guess Joey wants some pointers. Oh, this is your first live. This is your first live. You guys, welcome, Miss Charlie. Welcome to the crew. Welcome to the crew. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, baby girl. Hey, Joseph. So, just sitting down talking about how awkward he is and what kind of tips she can give and how to please his man. And I'm like, awkward, awkward. Like, why do we have this scene? Why do we care? And so at this point, he's like, well, I've been told that I'm not really good giving heads up, if you know what I mean. And I'm like, again, why do we need to know this? And so she's giving him tips and pointers about the experience and how he's really not good in any department, I suppose. And at that point, even the friend kind of implies like you need to be careful when it comes to jail bait. Like he literally is someone who's been in jail and he's also has issues with, substances. So, you may need to be careful because pretty much he may not be the one. He may not be the one for you. And I'm like, how many freaking things you got your family telling you that you have this popular person in your own community who is a friend of yours telling you this. How many more hints do you need, Joey? How many more hints? Okay. What do you mean by muted, Indigo? Are you saying that you say you can't hear me, or you're talking about this actual conversation that I'm talking about between Joey and the lady right here. But with that, after that, I guess he feels like he's going to explore with Mike at a hotel, because one of his moments was when they were trying to have their little freaky tale moments. He was like, my parents are in the other room. Got you. Okay, this conversation. My parents are in the other room. And so he decided to book a hotel. And so at that point, he's talking to Joey. He's talking to Mike. And Mike says, yeah, so I heard you were on an app, a dating app. And he was like, I thought we weren't going to do that. Well, Mike, I thought you were going to be honest about when your ass was getting out of jail. But clearly you're not honest about that, because you won't tell him the truth that you may actually be in there for 6 years. So Joey's like, how did you hear about that? Mike claims it's a mutual friend. You want my opinion? Mike was scrolling that site his damn self, and he ended up finding Joey's page. That's my opinion. Okay? And literally, that's what my guess is. He was on there for himself and saw Joey's profile, and that the profile was active. And so Joey's like, well, you don't trust me? And I'm like, no, he don't trust you, because he don't even trust himself. Now, I find it interesting that the tables have turned, because, of course, Mike always asks Joey, what, you don't trust me? But literally this time when Joey says to Mike, you don't trust me, Michael is like, I don't know. I don't know if I trust you. And then, of course, he wants to try to say, look, I ain't messing with nobody in here. Yeah, okay. Okay. We're going to play those games. All right. You're not messing with anyone in there. But at that point, Joey actually shows that he has some kahunas. And even though the actual video goes off, he explains the reason why he was on there was to look at pictures of Mike, apparently. But he said, and even if I was doing something or whatever the case may be, you're in prison. So, like, what do you expect for me to do? And I was like, well, wow, Joey, okay. All right. So you definitely do have, you know what I'm saying, some type of umph to you, some alpha male to you. Okay. Because he was just like, look, you're in prison. So at the end of the day, I'm not doing anything wrong by looking at pictures and stuff. And I have to agree with that. Honestly, I don't feel like you wrong doing anything at this point, because he ain't your man. Okay. He's Bubba from freaking the H units, man. I'm just saying. Exactly. That mustache does look kind of crazy, doesn't it? He really needs to yeah, he needs to stop it. Yes, welcome to the crew. Welcome to the crew. They could have kept that scene, right? Right? It was born until the end of the show. It was. I gave it a D, Joseph. Hey, Ruby. I'm sorry. I didn't even see you. What's up, Ruby? So let me see. Oh, Tracy. He surprised me when he said that. Right. Because, usually he's like very awkward and very, scary and timid to say certain things. So the fact that he said that, I think he's getting tired of Mike and his nonsense. So kudos to you, Joey, because you definitely need to get some kahunas at this point, because that man is not for you. So moving on. Rick and Samantha. So Rick goes over to his niece's house and they have breakfast in the morning. Look like they had some sausage, some eggs, and some baked apples. Pretty good meal, pretty good meal. And immediately, his player behind gets a text from one of the desperate footloose, legs loose chicks from the reunion. Okay. And Denise starts laughing at the text message. So clearly, I would have to say the nieces know how much of a player he can be and how much of a flirt he can be. So at that point, he talks about the reunion and how the other desperate, footloose, leg loose lady was saying how she was happy for him and how she was happy that he was engaged. But where is she? And he said, oh, she's in Iowa. He didn't say she was in jail, but he said, oh, she's in Iowa. And, she has like about 7 DUIs. And this chick says tipsy, like, hey, you ain't nobody unless you have at least one DUI. Well, I guess I'm not anybody. I ain't nobody because I've never had a DUI. Okay. I don't think that's attractive to say you ain't nobody unless you've had one. No, no. I've never had one. So I guess in your world in Gilbert, Arizona, I ain't nobody. Okay. So, hey, Froggy. Oh, you guys are coming in. What's up, Froggy? Um, yeah, we about to get into that. We are about to get in Slick Rick. Slick Rick, yes. A bunch of buzzers at the reunion. Foot loose, leg loose is what I'm calling them now. But so at that point, of course, he gets a call from Samantha while he's there with the nieces. And so she's saying that, oh, let's rewind. Samantha has been married 4 times before. She's been married 4 times. Ugh. Red flag. Okay. So she calls, and at that point, he's like, look, I told everyone we're engaged, so you have nothing to worry about. And she's like, great. And so at this point, the nieces are talking to her, and she's like, I just feel a peace and a calm with him. And he over there looked like he about to damn cry. And I'm like, what are you about to cry for? But that peace and calm from him is a storm and chaos from her. Because immediately after that, she's like, are you coming here for the holidays? And he's like, well, I don't know. Money is tight right now. And she's like, well, seems like you've been doing a lot of shopping. Heifer, shopping versus traveling, taking a plane, getting the hotel and all of that stuff, totally different. And so she says, I'm not taking no for an answer. I haven't seen you, and without getting my coffee, that will make my life miserable. And I was like, hold the hell up. Is this a demanding inmate? Have you lost your mind? And she's questioning your finances. So literally, she hangs up the phone because I don't think she actually really ended the call. It was like, I don't want to talk to you, really. Click. And so the niece is like, look, I've seen this before because one of the nieces is a correctional officer. She was like, she's not in a position to question your finances. And I was like, thank you, she's not. And so at that point, the next time we see him, she's complaining again on the phone and pretty much saying, look, at the end of the day, you need to make a decision. Are you coming out here or not? Damn near giving him an ultimatum and saying, well, you don't seem to really be into this. You don't really seem to be really into this. And he's like, no, it seems like you don't really want to be into this. And she was like, well, the ball is in your court. By we find out that this man clearly had a job that had a pension, but he has also been married, okay, 3 times before. One of his wives is getting part of his pension for the rest of his life. Let me tell y'all something. That's why it is so important when you have those type of jobs that have pensions and those type of benefits. You better marry the best you can, because that is literally how they can take your finances down. Because people be looking forward to those pensions. And then your marriage don't end up right. And then you have to give a half of it or some of it to that other person. Hell to the no. That's why prenups are necessary. I don't care if y'all only got 2 pennies to rub together. Get a prenup, because I'll be damned. So now we really see why his finances could be tight. He's not getting all of his pension. He's only 58 years old. So he's not even AARP age at this point. So he probably only has that pension to survive on. And she's bitching and complaining. But guess what? Guess what? His dumb ass still think they can work it out. She's the one. Rick, get the hell up out of here. I can't. I cannot. Let me see what you guys are saying about good old Rick. Hey, Miss Trey. Okay, I think I said hi to Tracy, but if I didn't, hey, Tracy girl, Froggy. Let me see. Why does he always put her on blast? You mean like on speaker? If you notice, though, I think all of them do that. I think production makes them do that. But are you talking about? Oh, you talking about when he was talking to drunk Betty? I don't know. I don't know. But honestly, I think he probably don't care because he probably, while she got 7, he probably got 70 for all we know, because he had his own problems with that. So who knows? He needs to be honest and stay single, right? I'm a nobody too, because exactly. I'm like, how you gonna say you ain't anybody unless you done at least had one DUI? Well, then I ain't nobody. Ms. What's up? 4 times and she's only 56. How many DUIs? 7. She's had 7. I would probably say that she's maybe had more. Yes. And make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Hit the like button. Did I miss everything? No, you didn't. You only missed so far Joey and Mike and Rick and Samantha. Those are only ones that you have missed. Yeah. So you're just fine. She got her what up though. Detroit is in the building. What up though? Samantha doesn't take no for an answer yet. I bet she when them prison guards tell her no, she's on hush mode. Don't be a sucker, Rick. Run. The Uncle Detroit police pinch your wife. You see what I'm saying? That will truly shift your finances for the rest of your life. You do all of that to get that good old pension just for it to be taken away. Whoo, yes, prenups are key. I think they're required to put their phones on. So yes, I'm thinking too, production. Word on the curb is Candace is married. Word on the curb is Candace has married some other man. Well, I don't know if she did. We just know that she's not with him anymore. Hey, Nene, happy birthday. You guys, it's Nene's birthday. Wish her a happy birthday. It is her birthday. Go, Nene. It's your birthday. Go, Nene. It's your Oh, Nene, I have something to share with you. Guess whose birthday was yesterday and is your fellow Taurus? Jaguar Wright. Ha! Yes, honey. I found out yesterday. Jaguar Wright's birthday was yesterday. She is your fellow Taurus by 1 day difference. Yes. You guys have a lot in common. You should love Jaguar Wright, my Nene girl. I'm teasing her, y'all, and you guys would know if you've been on the live why I'm saying that. Yes. Okay, Froggy Day drinking too. I hear that. And I wish you a happy birthday too, Ms. on my community wall. I wish you a happy birthday too. Ms. birthday was on May 2nd, so you guys wish Ms. crew member also a happy birthday. Happy birthday to all the Tauruses out there and May birthdays. Yes. Happy birthday, Nene. And you guys, as you guys are coming in, Miss Charlie is new. So welcome Miss Charlie to the crew. Happy level up day. I know that's right. I like that. Happy level up day. Yes. Thank you. I'm 4 margaritas in. Oh, well, honey, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. No, I put it on my community wall. I put it on the community wall earlier this morning too. So I gave you a shout out and Nene a shout out. But yeah, so with that being said, child, Rick needs to run. So let's get into Gumpy and Candace. Okay. Gumpy and Candace. So Candace actually gets out. All right. And she comes out, and I tell you, that is the most awkward hug, awkward kissing. It really reminded me of what was the last season where we had, what was it, Andy and Brittany? It just reminded me of that. So it was just very awkward. And so immediately she gets out and he proposes to her like a dumbass. Okay. And of course she's like, okay. And I'm like, I was hoping she was going to say no because her whole body language said no. But of course she said yes, but not for any of the right reasons. I bet you any amount of money. She probably pawned that damn ring. That ring is probably, if it's real, she probably pawned that ring. There are plenty of pawn stores in Vegas because a lot of people be going crazy in them casinos and they start pawning everything, wedding rings and all, to be able to get cash. She probably pawned it. So at that point, after this nonsense, it was awkward. I'm sorry, you guys. My face was all scrunched up where I was just like, can we please hurry up with this fake couple? Especially because we now know they're not even together. So at this point, she sits up there, gets all of her stuff, like her Fooey baton and her glasses and everything else she wanted. And interesting enough, as soon as she gets this, all of a sudden she's feeling very awkward about intimacy. Okay. But even before that, she decides, which I don't know if this caught you guys off guard. After he proposed to her, she sat up there and said that she may have to be in that halfway house for about 20 to 30 days. Okay. Which is very weird to me because I would think you would know that by the time you're about to leave the prison or whatever the case may be, how long you have to be in a halfway house. I mean, again, I have never been to prison before, but I'm going to assume you're very aware of how long you will possibly need to be in there. I find it interesting that she told him that after she got out, when he's already signed a lease on an apartment. Okay. So pretty much that apartment can potentially be empty for 30 days while you're in a halfway house, or maybe not. Maybe that friend of hers is going to be in that damn apartment for those 30 days because she needed a place to stay as well. Okay. So maybe that's the case. But I just found that was so trifling. I'm like, this man has already put down a lease for you. And for 30 days, he could have saved money for 30 days. And you're sitting up there going to be in a halfway house. But back to after she got her stuff. She got her stuff. And all of a sudden, she just so awkward. And here we go with the whole Andy Brittany situation. I've never been treated right before. You know, Andy is not my type, but I've never been treated right before. And you know, I'm not used to affection and, you know, all of that. I'm like, okay, so what does that mean? And she said earlier in the actual episode that she loves him. Pause for a long time. She paused and then she said endlessly. And I'm like, endlessly my ass. You love him for the stuff that he gave you. And if you that awkward, you damn sure wasn't awkward with him spending money and you accepting those gifts. You wasn't awkward with that. All of a sudden you get your stuff and now you're awkward and you don't feel right and you not, you know, touchy and all of that stuff. You know, we've heard touchy and handsy for a couple of weeks now. But I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting how you now feel uncomfortable now that you got your stuff. And I think by the time she really got everything, which makes me wonder, was that truck in her name? Was that apartment in her name? Makes me wonder. Because I think once she got everything and everything was in her name, she bounced. She really did. Like at the end of the day, and this is Andy and Brittany all over again, y'all. It really is. So I don't know how long we're going to have to endure this fake storyline, but clearly we see exactly why seeing this almost made me vomit. Hi, is your name Alvania? Hello. Are you new? Welcome. Oh, I don't know why you got me laughing so hard, but yes, I'm glad I'm not the only one who felt the same way. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yes, definitely. It was painful to watch. She can't say no. The truck's right there. Exactly. She was like, let me get on the tailgate. Let me get on the tailgate. She thought that truck, she wasn't about to say no. She saw the truck. Yeah. What's she gonna do? Say no and get an Uber? Right. Right. But honestly, she could have said, honey, not right now. I just got out. I really want to get adjusted and get to know you outside of prison before you do that. And his dumb ass would have said okay and still been with her. So she could have just been honest. Well, she couldn't have been that honest because the real honesty is I don't want you. I want what you have provided for me, but I don't want you. I'm using you. Allegedly. She didn't want to embarrass him on TV if she said no. Yeah, well, She already embarrassed. He embarrassing himself. Everyone hit yes, hit the like button. Show Chris love. Also tell a friend or two subscribe. Oh, thank you, Nene. Nene is doing this on her B-Day. Now you know that's love. You know that's love. That purse was so floppy. That purse is a Fooey Bouton, okay? Fooey, for real. I thought she said she can do the apartment right now. No, she can't do the apartment. Apparently, she got to go to a halfway house, and she thought it was only going to be 14 days, but now she's saying that it can be anywhere between 20 and 30 days. My guesstimate is going to be 30 days. It may be even longer than that because of her charges. I think she knew that exactly. Exactly. If my Judge Mathis voice crack can move, it was easy to talk over the phone. Now she is in person. Exactly. Exactly. That was Braun, the rock star, that she feel overwhelmed. I bet she left when she found out that Louis bag was fake. I think she knew. But here's the thing. I'm sorry, but she gives me vibes that she ain't never had luxuries in life. She gives me vibes that truly this man has upgraded her life. She ain't never had probably anything on her own before ever. So the reality is it's interesting that she would be demanding on if it's real or not, or what's real and what's not real. I would like to know if you've ever had your own anything in your entire life, especially when she said that she started getting in trouble at 19 years old. So, be grateful, heifer. That could not happen. That could not happen. She needed to sign the lease. I don't know. Could he have signed the lease and just put her name down as a occupant in the actual apartment? I think they could still do that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. She's still driving it, and word is that he was courting a chick in Brazil at the same time that he was seeing Candace. Look, I put nothing past any of them, which is why I'm like, she should just be grateful she got the come up or whatever the case may be. But I wonder if so if she's still driving it, does she still have the apartment? So that means that truck is possibly in her name, because if it's not in her name, he could easily take it back. She don't know it's fake. It's supposed to come in the box, right? How you just gonna sit up there and carry when you really get luxury items like that, baby? You want it in the box, in the bag. You don't want it to be removed. You just come out with that flimsy thing? Absolutely not. You want the full thing. Hell, I still got my stuff in they boxes and in they bags. Like I really do. I have a set area where I put my stuff right there. It ain't going nowhere. Do you hear me? Let me see. She should be glad she has to stay 30 days. If she messes up, she can go back 4 years. Exactly. Early live today. Hi, everyone. Yeah, early live for this show. And then I'm going to do the Never Ever Mets later on. Should got Michael Kors at least Dante Nicole, good stuff. The truck has got to have a monster drink sticker by now. Oh, GSP. Don't take that bag out in the rain. Seriously, it would melt away. It would melt away. Yes, it would. So, look, at the end of the day, Louis Vuitton emblems are going to fall. It's going to melt. That's what's going to happen. It's going to melt. So, look, at the end of the day, when I see them now, I'm over it, because we have heard, through the gossip mill that they're not together and what she has done. So, what's the point? Like, I don't know how many episodes we have, but I kind of roll my eyes when I see them, because it's stupid. So let's get to this nonsense. Let's see. They can do that. That doesn't mean anything. I don't think the truck she did not sign that. Yeah, I don't put it past him though to have bought that truck in full. Like, I mean, he could have, but then again, I don't know. I would like to know because if she's still driving the truck, unless he's really that much of a gump where they're not together and he's still allowing her to drive a truck that's in his name, nah, especially with her background, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Where are the other half of Rob's eyebrows? Yeah, that's when he was 18. He was a very young, and maybe in Oklahoma back in those days, that was the thing. It looks a hot mess. It really does. I never understood why that picture had to be seen, but hey, maybe that's the only picture he has taken since he's been in that prison, like a legitimate picture. If she's a felon, maybe she couldn't sign a lease. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He could have signed it and she can be an occupant for sure. Teeny looks exactly like my sister. Well, here's the thing. Knowing you, Miss, Teeny and your sister don't act alike. That's for sure. And we about to get into this because this is the type of stuff that she got my family dimples and all. Oh, because Teeny is a pretty girl. I'm not gonna knock it. Teeny is a pretty girl. Hey Pam. Hey Pam. Yeah, she's a pretty girl. But this is the type of stuff that I can't rock with. Teeny sits down and talks to her kids about how daddy, I cringe every time when they do this on this show, y'all. How daddy, not biological daddy, but daddy is not coming home for a couple of months. And they actually look disappointed. They do. You know what I mean? They really look disappointed in hearing this. Now, I don't know if they disappointed for their mother or they're actually disappointed because they're really hurt by it. Because, of course, Teeny also says that means to the daughter, he's not going to be home for your birthday. But she claims it will be better because when he gets out, he won't have to be on probation and they can just kind of move about the country however they please. Now, here's my problem with this. If Rob is so-called this alpha male and this man that he claims to be, why didn't he call these kids and tell them that? Why does TV have to give them the news? He should have been the one who picked up the phone. He got the cameras all over the damn place. He should have picked up the phone and said, hey kids, this is the deal. I'm not coming home until whenever. I still don't believe it's just a couple of months. What's the difference between a couple of months? You've been in there for 16 years. I still think that he's going to be in there for several months, maybe even 12 more months. I don't trust Rob. And Rob thinks clearly in his mentality because he is the man and he is the sole provider that he don't really have to tell Teeny anything. But I love her kids. Her kids seem to be very educated, great personalities. Like they seem to be very well-rounded kids. And I'm nervous about that because in my humble opinion, I feel Rob coming home can kind of force them kids in their shells. I don't think that I don't trust it. I feel like those kids where they are right now, they seem to be a great connected family. I think Rob, with his controlling ways coming home, is going to be an issue. I do. I really do. And I hope Teeny takes that into consideration that could really affect her kids. Because I just don't see him allowing any leeway. He thinks being a man is about controlling and acting a freaking fool and having cameras all over the place. I wouldn't be shocked if he gonna have air tags on them all over the place too. You know what I'm saying? Like he just thinks like controlling means manhood. No, it doesn't mean that. And he wouldn't know what a man is supposed to be. He went in at 18 years old. So, anyways, let me move on. So with that, Teeny talks to her daughter saying that they will still have their girl time. And she said that, the daughter, I think she said we have to let him adjust or adjust to him first. And I felt like, no, baby girl, he needs to adjust to you. F him. This man has been in jail for 16 years. He needs to adjust to the real world because his world is not the real world. It's just not. So I think that Teeny feels like once he comes home, everything is going to be all rosy. I just don't think that's the case. And clearly, her own mama don't think that as well, because we meet Teeny's mom this episode and they end up going shopping, and Teeny wanted to make sure that her mother knew it was on Rob's dime. And I personally think Teeny does that with the mom because the mom is hesitant of Rob, but she feels like if she explains that Rob pays for everything, that will kind of help the situation. Now that we also know about Teeny and her mom's relationship when she was younger, I think Teeny wants to stay home as much as she can so she can be there for her kids 24/7 compared to what her mom was with her. But we'll get into that a little bit later. So the mom comes, they end up going shopping, and the mom is saying, look, I'm a little nervous on if I'm going to be able to spend that much time with you when he gets out and spend that much time with the kids. And so she begins to cry and she's worried and she just said, I don't think it's going to be all roses. Like this man has been in prison. And I think we all agree with her. And she explains how when Teeny was younger, her mother was a single mother, just like Teeny, and raising her kids, she didn't get a chance to really be there for her children. And you can tell she feels guilty about that. And, she starts crying during a confessional and also when she's talking to Teeny. So there's definitely some guilt there. And she just feels like, I feel like, in my opinion, Teeny has held on to Rob for the sake of trying to prove that this can work and she can have a man that can take care of her so she can be there for her kids. I just feel there's something there psychologically because the mother does admit that, she wished she could turn back the hands of time and be there for her child, but she just couldn't because she was too busy working, trying to provide for them. And so then this man, he starts talking and he says he's an alpha male and he's the sole provider and takes care of Teeny and how she's getting really spoiled and how he brings in about 6,000 to 7,000 a month. Do y'all believe that? Do y'all believe that this man who has been in jail for 16 years is bringing home 6,000 to 7,000 a month with no skills, and it's legal? Y'all believe that? I don't know. I'm skeptical over the situation, but this is what he wanted to say. He wanted to brag about how much he brings in, but saying that Teeny spends a lot. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Kimmy, I don't know if I said hi to you. I'm sorry. But he says because of all that he does for Teeny, he doesn't feel that she's submissive enough because she feels that she has a say in this marriage/relationship as well, and how that can cause a major issue for them. Teeny, I'm telling you, I feel like y'all gonna be in prison. Y'all already in somewhat of a prison. I feel like y'all gonna be in prison when that man get out. All the vibes, all the red flags is there. Is there. And I don't know if Teeny is willing to ignore it because he is apparently paying the bills. But if we have not learned from just life experiences, whether it's your own experience, a family member's experience, or hell, just even seeing a situation in movies and TV shows, you never give a man that much power, even if he is your jailbird husband, because you have to have your own and you have to save. And you would think she would know that being a single mother. I hope she's doing that and maybe she's just not telling Rob. I really hope she's doing that, because what if he does decide, because you won't sit up there and say yes sir, no sir to him, because he gives me that vibe too. He decides to leave you and move on with someone else who's willing to be submissive. Where does that leave you and your children? He done bought apparently that car for her, that truck for her. I don't know whose name. I'm assuming her name is on, whether it's the lease, the mortgage. I don't know. But it's just making me feel very uncomfortable. I'm hoping that she just has the title of housewife on this show and she's really doing something behind the scenes to stack her coins, because I don't trust him. I really don't trust him. Let me see what you guys are saying. I believe he makes money hustling, etc. But when he gets out, right. The word submissive trigger me. Right. Right. I believe he is making that money. How? How, baby girl? I said, is he making it legally? You know what I mean? How? Now he did say that he'll play poker, and he said he'll play all day and night to get $1,000. But I'm like, how much did you lose also to get that $1,000? I would never let a man have that much control over me. Exactly. She's gonna have to work at a 7-Eleven when he gets out. It's to my over 11 years, then understood what it is. Never heard of it after that fact. Baby girl. Baby girl, I don't like him at all. I don't either. I got to see the receipts exactly. So he's a gambler. He said he played poker. And I'm like, is that even legal? See, and this is another thing too. This man is just talking recklessly. I'm like, are you even supposed to be playing poker in the prison? And how are you getting this money? Like all of the stuff that he's saying, I'm like, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Like, why are you saying this? More power to him. His mother wouldn't be talking about 125. She need more. I don't see them lasting. He want a submissive woman, right? And which, when you really think about it, if the submissive part, I'm trying to figure out what is he talking about? Because if you're talking about the fact that she feels like you should have told her that you decided not to come home when you're supposed to come home, but wait, and you didn't talk to her about that. If you feel like that's not being submissive, then good luck. Because I see her being nothing but submissive. And she's just saying, as a wife, you should have talked to me about that before you decided to make that decision. He's just controlling. That's just what it is. No, I don't believe in no. Was that a UPS gift store? I don't know, but that store that they were in, I was like, that don't look like cute clothes from what I've seen. I wouldn't be in that store. The scene felt set up shopping. Yes, yes, yes. Let me see. The children will see firsthand how a narcissist. Yeah, yeah. Rob always wants Teeny to be the bearer of bad news. Look what he exactly. But you're an alpha male, right? You're an alpha male, which means, and this is what I'm saying, he doesn't even understand what that means, because the alpha male also is willing to take on those type of burdens for his woman and his kids. So you be the bearer of bad news. If you really want to take on the responsibility, you just want to provide the money, but then you want to hide behind her when things get tough, and you don't want to have those conversations. That's not an alpha male, sweetheart. That's not. You got it twisted. How will he make money when he's out? Yeah. Yes. I feel he's gonna fracture a relationship with her kids, especially your daughter. Yeah. Yeah. And I love their relationship right now. I love their relationship right now. Someone said 6 years. I can't remember who said it. I feel something is off. I don't know. I would let him, you wouldn't let him around his kid. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. They should have family meetings on talk to the camera. Exactly. And he should have explained it. The daughter is smarter than the mama. Something ain't right. Those kids don't care. Yeah, they probably just only care because of her. Yes, she should not do that. They will be confused. They don't understand fully. Right. 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 I cannot deal with that type of stuff. Um, it's not allowed. Prison, no gambling, betting, but it's done all the time. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. It may be done all the time, but you're saying this on a camera for a national show. You see what I mean? Maybe done all the time, but you're not supposed to admit it. How smart are you? She better start lining up the kids next daddy. Dude, don't know. The feds watch TV. Thank you. Like, how you supposed to be a shot caller and stuff, and you don't know nothing. His mama more alpha than him. He gives me stranger danger. Ooh, yeah. I think his way of being submissive is Teeny not questioning him on the damn thing, because he's apparently running the show. The fact that Teeny has somewhat of a backbone of herself, it triggers him. Right, right. And that's not being, to me, she actually is submissive. Like, she to have those cameras and everything, oh, she is being submissive. She was just upset, like, how, why wouldn't you tell me that? And the fact that you feel that's your insecurities, that is that ain't no freaking alpha male, that's a beta male. That's your insecurities. She has every right to say, why didn't you consult me about this before you did it? That is what a relationship is. And he don't know that. He definitely don't pass the sniff test. I like you, Alvania. I like you. You got these one-liner like everybody else. You fitting in just fine. Hey, Lansky, what's up? So yeah, so definitely, I don't think it's gonna last. I do not think it's gonna last. He's gonna get out trying to be freaking correctional officer in that home, warden in that home. And I think it's really gonna affect her kids. They seem very bubbly, very, you know what I'm saying, like all into they even their own relationship, the kids, like the daughter and the son, they have a great bond amongst each other, laughing with each other, joking with each other. I feel like he could easily come in and just be a freaking emotional vampire, sucking the life out of everybody in that house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly feel that would be the case. I don't like it. And then you're sitting up there having your kids call him daddy. And then not to mention that girl is she's 15. She's a teen, if I'm not mistaken. This is just not good. It's not good. Exactly. Soul Snatcher. What up, Jessica? Oh, you just finished watching this? Well, you definitely got the replay gang too, boo. We don't have that many couples this time around. But yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not liking it. I don't respect it. I'm worried. And clearly her mother is worried too. I hope Teeny does not rely on that man, because I think it's something psychological, because she didn't have her parents in her life. And I'm assuming she didn't have her father. Her mother wasn't really there because her mother was working. She feels this is an opportunity for her to just be able to be a mom. In a realistic situation, yes, I think every mother would love that. But we're in 2024 where the divorce rate is what, at more than 50%? You got to be smart. Even if you start a home business and start collecting your coins that way, do something, but just do not sit up here and think that this jailbird that has been in jail since he was 18 years old, you already have a dysfunctional relationship with his mom. He don't even like to sit up there and talk to his mama. He got you talking to his mama, got you talking to the kids. Girl, run. I don't know what else to say. Teeny Prop thought it was cute at first to have those cameras in the house, thinking he wanted to be with her all the time. Yeah. And the fact that he's paying the bills. I just realized I didn't finish watching it. She wants that perfect family. Yeah, but that ain't how what you ain't no perfect family when your man in jail. A perfect family in the American way is typically a two-parent household, is it not? Just because you got them cameras around, he ain't there. And he don't even know how to sit up there. I guess he don't have no kids, I'm assuming, so he don't even know what it's like to be a father. His version of that is, I'll pay for you to get probably your school clothes, but I'm gonna treat you like, you know what I'm saying, you're my freaking inmate. Oh, did we finally find out how she's able to stay at home, mom, this episode? Because he said, yeah, he apparently is the sole provider of her. He apparently is the sole provider of her. So yeah, apparently that's what it is. So with that being said, yeah, I definitely don't know about this situation. I don't look, and I'm more worried about the kids. Anytime there's kids involved, I am definitely more worried about the kids. I'm definitely more worried about the kids than her. But I think Teeny is a sweet girl, but she's just blinded right now because a man is taking care of her. And we've definitely seen that before. Daddy watching from jail, right? Right. Why would you bring a prisoner to your home? You don't know him and you have two children you have to protect. She thinks she knows him because of what they had their little short time of knowing each other in high school. Who you knew in high school is not who he is now. And you probably didn't even really know who he was then. I predict within a year he will be cheating on her. If he ain't already cheating. If he's not already cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's not already cheating, like, because I mean, clearly there's still something he's holding from her. He did say he's hiding something from her. And I don't know if that had to do with him doing the longer sentence or if it's something else. Because to me, he said this is probably one of the only secrets, plural. So I don't trust him. I don't trust him. His mama knows it's not going to go so well when he gets out. That's why she's worried. She is. She is. She is. He got crazy. Yeah, I can see him cheating now. Yeah. And the crazy part is we see all the signs, but she don't. But honestly, I can see her seeing the signs, but she's blinded by being taken care of. And I can see how exhausting that can be. You're a single mother. I mean, hell, didn't Risa Tisa give that excuse for her situation on why she let a man in after 2 weeks of knowing him? But I can understand her having children, the father's not being alive and having to do it on her own for so long. She wants to be able to have this guy take care of her. And rightfully so, but at the same time, I truly think I understand that, but you need to make moves while that's happening. If you guys understand what I'm saying. If you want to take advantage of that situation, fine, but make sure you are stacking your money because if things go left, you and your kids will still be okay. You see what I'm saying? You and your kids will still be okay. That's my thing. Let me see. That face tattooed of it. Yeah, I give him a year. I give him 6 months. Are you talking about in jail? Just came out of salon. Oh, did you get a blowout, Yuli? Did you get a blowout? He's giving control freak, and he doesn't think she should have just as much say in their relationship, their family in a relationship, as he does. That's crazy. Definitely a red flag there. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Is that mother of the year? Hell yeah, you got your blowout, girl. I miss them blowouts, child. That's when the blowouts was cheap though. I heard they ain't cheap that much anymore, but you'd be able to get a blowout for like $20 back in the day. But yeah, I'm worried about them. So we're gonna see how this goes. And last but not least, let's talk about this. Whew. Oh my gosh. This girl, when I tell you, I think she may need a green card, if you know what I mean. I don't know if that helps her balance out the chemistry in her brain. I don't know. I don't know, but there is something going on with this girl. Something going on with this girl where I was just like, I don't even know if if it's legal, but she needs something. She needs to go to like a psychiatrist who can give her a prescription or something because ain't no way in hell. I just don't know. Yeah, hair prices are through the lip. I did my eyebrows, child. I look like a new person. Hey, hey, hey. She is a whole fool. I got a hookup. I paid 35 for a blowout. Oh, that's a good deal. Oh, yeah, look, look, I ain't even started yet. Just the picture alone, when I tell you, she's always gonna be last because it's always something with her. She does. Wasn't her friend the friend that she, does the exotic dancing with? Wasn't she on Zeus? Someone said that she was on Zeus. So, mm. First of all, first things first. You could just tell she's very disrespectful and she doesn't care about anyone but herself. Because her mother told her, get your feet off my couch. And she disrespected her mother right in front of her, saying her feet was clean and still had them on the couch. And then you see her again with her funky feet on her mother's couch. She's just completely disrespectful and entitled and don't care about no one but herself. So she gets a call from Jamal, okay? And she is pretty much talking about, her court date because today is her court date. And she's going to find out if it's going to be 15 days, if it's going to be 30 days. And so at this point, she's like, look, babe, I didn't like what you said about the marriage in 2 years thing, as if you don't have other things to worry about, like your mental health. Okay. And he gives her the great gaslighting response, like a typical dude in prison. And, he's like, no, baby, I'm just saying, I want to give you the wedding that you deserve. And you know what I'm saying? Like to get financially situated. And yeah, I didn't tell you about the marriage, but baby, that was a decade ago. Just all of this stuff that she would fall for. Because ain't nobody over here. Chris ain't falling for that shit, but she fell for it. So at that point, she's like, okay, I got to get ready. I got to go on Zoom because I got to get ready for my court date. I guess where she is, they can still do it over the phone. I know that during, the whole vid situation, that it was done that way, but I guess she could still do it that way, okay? Or maybe they're trying to give her some leeway because she has those kids. I don't know. But she sets up for this freaking court date where there's a judge, where there's attorneys, that type of stuff. Next thing you know, okay? She decides to sit up there, slam her phone down, clicking her phone really fast, like she trying to shut down whatever she was on. And she's like, the judge sitting up there talking about some freaking 4 years of probation because she got an attitude problem. And I'm sitting up there trying to feed my daughter. And she said, I can't feed my daughter. What the F you mean I can't feed my daughter? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a single mother. I got to feed my child. F you and your attitude and F your kids too, bitch. She's talking about a judge. Okay? She's talking about a judge. So what it sounds like is this entitled, unhinged brat decided to still do motherly duties while she is literally in her court date when they're about to sentence her to either 15 days or 90 days, okay? But of course, she gets in her own way. Now, when you are actually in the physical court, you damn sure wouldn't be able to feed your kids and do everything else but listen to the judge or whatever. You wouldn't even be able to have your daughter in your hand. So what makes you think because now you're on Zoom, you can do that and be so distracted to where you're feeding your child? If the judge says you can't feed your child, first of all, you should know that in the first place. But let's just say, because it seems you're a little touched, sorry, you're a little touched. Let's just say you didn't know that. As soon as the judge, the authority in the situation that can determine where you go for how long and how long a probation can be, if she says, no, you can't feed your child, stop feeding her and say, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry, ma'am. And keep it moving. Better yet, you should have, your child's schedule. You should have had your child on the schedule, made sure she ate before that, put her to sleep or whatever the case may be, and focused on that Zoom call. But she didn't. But she claims the judge got an attitude, not her. No, you got an attitude problem because you feel like you can say whatever, do whatever, and no one is supposed to check you on your bad behavior. I'm a single mother. So the hell what? You got a lot of single mothers who know how to act in the courts. So I don't know if technically the judge was going to give her 4 years probation. I don't know if that was the case, or because of her attitude, the judge decided to do that. She's lucky she didn't give her 90 days or more in prison. She only got 15 days and she is tripping about 4 years of probation. You know why? Because she knows she can't stay out of trouble. But of course, she's wondering if she's on 4 years of probation, what does that look like with Jamal coming home to her? Sweethearts, again, how many other red flags do you need to show that Jamal is not for you? All right? How many signs do you need? Now, I'm thinking, especially in a place like Pennsylvania, with all the trouble that apparently she had been in, 4 years of probation ain't bad. But she's thinking about how her man ain't going to be able to come home. Who's to say he was going to come home to you in the first place? See, that's what you assuming because he giving you all that talk, that jail talk. You don't know what the hell he about to do or who else he talking to. But he clearly has more sense than her because, of course, she throws a temper tantrum. Take this camera off of me. Take this off of me, and slams the door with the baby behind a freaking, I don't know if that was a bathroom or whatever, but she having a fit, don't want production in her face. And she sits up there and tells Jamal what happened. And he was like, are you stupid? Like, you got to do what you got to do for your freedom. This is not about you. And even if she did have an attitude, you got to play the game. And you have to sit up there and do what you got to do so you can get the best situation for you. It is amazing how I was like, well, damn, Jamal got some sense. Jamal got some sense. And then she started crying, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this. I don't know. I don't know. Girl, you need, I don't know what you need. I don't know what you need. But when I tell you, I was just like, I'm looking at you like, I don't feel sorry for you at all whatsoever. You bring all of this on yourself. And then you expect for people to pick up the pieces or tolerate your bad behavior. If your mother decided just for 1 month to let you figure it out on your own, it would be a disastrous situation. But I think she knows how her daughter is, and she's worried about that granddaughter. She's worried about that granddaughter. Like, at this point, I'm sorry, but I understand that it would definitely shift her mother's complete like setup or whatever the case may be, because of course she has the older child. The older child's in school. I can understand that situation, but I think once that child gets into at least daycare all day or preschool age or whatever, she need to take that child too. She needs to take the little girl, because she's not fit. I'm sorry. She's not fit to be a mother. I don't care if you know how to wipe, you know what I'm saying, butts. I don't care if you know how to do hair. That does not mean that you are a mother. Okay? That doesn't mean that you're a good, well, I will say that doesn't mean you're a good mother. I think her mother needs to take that child once she can set up a situation where she can still work and do what she needs to do. Because I don't think she needs to have those kids. Well, she don't have a son. Hell, we already know that. She doesn't have her son. But when I said does she realize she talking to a damn judge? That judge could have held her in contempt and said, you know what, take your ass to jail. I don't need to take your mouth. She could have really sat up there and said, oh, hell no, you got to go. You got to go. Is she auditioning for Zeus? Yes. Needs therapy. No, I think she need medication too, if you ask me. Starting off of exactly. She needs to be born again. She do need Jesus for real. In the Facebook group, the baby mama is talking. You talking about the baby? Well, he got several baby mamas. I believe he has 4. Are we talking about the baby mama that used to be her quote unquote best friend? Is that the one? That's the friend you got to let go. Yeah. Those friends who just absolutely don't get it. It's always everybody else. It's not them, and they draining as hell, and they always going through something. Let them go. Let them go, because you can't even be there for a friend like that. I remember I had a friend like that, where you was constantly there for them, and the moment you said, you know what, enough is enough, like this is draining. I don't have time for this right now. You are the worst person in the world because you won't be their free therapist. Hell no. Because I guarantee if what's her name, I think the girl's name was Lexi, her friend that's at the club with her. If Lexi one day say, you know what, I got to focus on me. I like, no matter what I tell you, you're never satisfied. I got to focus on me. Lexi going to be public enemy number 1 to her. Watch. Ruby, who out of the 4 is talking exactly? She needs a good therapist and parenting classes. She ain't gonna listen, and she the type to go to a good therapist and try to tell the therapist what she want to hear, and she wouldn't be there to actually get the therapy that she needs. She don't even worry about her kids as much as she does. Hello, he already told her we not getting married. Maybe I didn't fall asleep, probably because I was putting one in the air. No, I think it was a short episode. This lady right here, yes, a hot draining mess. I guess she has a personality disorder. She's very strong, borderline person. You think? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You may have a point. Maybe multiple personality, bipolar, schizophrenia. You see a little bit of signs of all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if she's ever been diagnosed, but she did. Didn't she mention, like, in one of the first one or two episodes, that she said that she was the black sheep, and they said she said something about her mental health? I don't know. Maybe her mom did, and she just refuses to get help. Who knows? She is dealing with mental illness. We don't know for sure. We're going to say allegedly, but from what we have seen, it seems to, I can see how people can think that, but we don't know for sure. But ugh, a judge that holds her freedom on the line. Exactly. Exactly. You guys hit the like button on the way in. Hit the like button. Don't she know the judge? Exactly. She is her own enemy. Exactly. She wasn't prepared for court. She ain't prepared for life. She's not prepared for life. There is no, first of all, let's be clear. Anyone, whether they have been in court to watch someone get sentenced or have been in court because they have to do jury duty or whatever case may be, to get to court on time, going through security and all of that type of stuff, it takes a lot. So she was able to just clearly press a button to get on a Zoom. How are you not prepared for court? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like you had to sit up there and get your babies all, dressed up and everything else and bring them in. No, you had to press a button, and you couldn't tell me that you couldn't feed your child and make sure your child was taking a nap, or at least, playing with toys or whatever the case may be, until you got done with your court appearance. Stop making excuses. I see why her mother took her son. Yeah, I think she needed to take the daughter too. Low key, she should have just fed her child beforehand, especially if she knew exactly. My question: why she ain't fed her? Exactly. You see how the mothers are talking right now? You see what I mean? Like, I come from a big family where I had to take care of kids, babies, and I knew there's certain schedules and how, if I needed to do something, I need to be on a certain regimen to make sure they was okay by the time I needed to do something. She know that. She just feels like everybody needs to work on her time. She's entitled and unhinged. Now, if this judge so happens to turn the TV on this episode, cussing her out and bumps up her sentence, I won't want to hear shit from her. I don't know if she can do that, though. Can she do that? I don't know if Pam is still here. I don't know if a judge, after they give the sentencing and it's in the system, she can bump it up. I don't know if she can do that. I think that's illegal, if I'm not mistaken. But she literally talking about some 4 years. I don't know when Jamal gets out, but I'm like, when you really think about it, if she's been getting into a lot of trouble, 4 years doesn't seem like a lot. But the problem is she seems to not be able to stay out of trouble. While she was talking to Jamal about the wedding, she should have been feeding her child. Exactly. She needs 4 years. She reminded me of Can't Get Right from the movie Life. Right. He's not going to stay with her. He will be out of there within 3 months. Right. Especially if he can't stay with her because she's on probation. He's definitely not going to stay with her, which may be a blessing in disguise, because can't nobody say, I ain't heard anybody sit up there and say Team Ayanna and Jamal. No one has said that, especially with how you guys came about screwing over your best friend. All signs are there that you need to leave this man alone. And now you have 4 years probation, and he may potentially won't be able to stay with you so he can use you. Girl, take those signs and keep it pushing. I wish judges could pass out sentences for mental health services. Whew. That's the problem. We don't have that many mental health hospitals like we used to either. They've been closing down left and right. I thought that was the basement. He has more common sense than her, and he is an inmate. Exactly. She needs to toughen up. She's weak. Her version, and it's interesting that you say that, GSP, and I'm sure we've all grown up with people who are like this. Her version of strong is running her mouth and wanting to fight people. That, to me, is what her version of strong is. You know how you had those people in school that always wanted to fight if someone didn't like them or someone didn't disagree with them, or they always was running their mouth? Those are typically the weakest people in the room. They can't really handle life. You know what I mean? And that's her. Her version is I'm strong because I'm willing to fight someone or I'm willing to cuss someone out. That's not strength. So she definitely gives me those vibes. Yeah, she definitely feels weak. She's weak as far as dealing with life. And that's why the way that she deals with life is fighting people and going off on people. And I guess in her mind, smoking the green while she's driving. Like that's what her version is in life. Let me see what you guys are saying. I'm glad her mother took that boy. Exactly. Chris, now if she talked to her mother any type of way, she doesn't have respect for anyone else. Exactly. 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 And what's so crazy is I don't know if her mother was doing that for the cameras or her mother allows it. But once her mother said, "Get your feet off my couch," she said, "My feet are clean," and continued to stay there. I would have went over there, knocked them feet off of my couch, and said, "If you don't listen to what I'm saying, don't disrespect me in my house. You can get the hell up out of my house." That's what you can do. I hate to agree with Jamal, but I have to play the game wisely, or it's game over for you. Play it. It sucks, but that's the game of life. Exactly. And he know that. He been in the system. He should have told her that. Well, look, he should have told her that and gave her that advice before she got on. But again, she don't listen. So even if he did tell her, or if he was gonna tell her, she don't listen to nobody. If a friend have stupid problems, I have to dump them. I don't want their. Yeah, and it's not even necessarily sometimes their karma. It's just that there are people who are draining. They want to always give you their BS, their nonsense, all of that stuff. Like needy friends like that, they don't really care. They do not care about your situation. They act like they do, but they're only caring a little bit so they can sit up there and drain you with their BS. So yeah, I agree with you on that, Kim. Like those people, they gotta go. And if you don't let them go, eventually they will get out of your lives because you're no longer that person for them anymore. I don't argue with stupid. Exactly. I know her lawyer was like, abort mission. Right. Exactly. The attorney pretty much got paid to do nothing. He or she got paid to do nothing because she pretty much ruined her own situation. Hi, Patrice. Is that the reason her son ended up with her mother? She had a breakdown after giving birth. I think she mentioned something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I think she did. So it sounds like there has been some type of evaluation on her because she's using some of those words. Now, whether she's medicated or doing the things to help herself, it don't seem like it. Because some people who have those things going on, they don't want to medicate themselves. They don't like the way it feels. So that could be the case. But if that's the case, she don't need to have that girl either. She don't need to have that girl. Hope she don't get pregnant again trying to hold on to him. Well, she said she wanted to be baby mama number 5. She said that proudly with the mama and the sisters. She had the microwave in the background dancing around. It had the microwave. What? Hi, and is it Annette? Hello. Are you new here? We talking about Justine. We talking about Justine. Huh? Wait a minute, I'm lost. Wait a minute. I worded the California Mental State Hospital for 10 years. It doesn't really help people. So you saying the mental hospital doesn't help people? No, she is ratchet. She gives me ratchet moves and ratchet attitudes. She does. But those type of people where you may say, I like pink, and that person says, I like blue. And she don't like the fact that you don't like blue. Is she one of those people where, okay, well, let's fight? She gives me those vibes that every situation she's just trying to fight people. She just angry, she bitter, she ratchet, she's just a hot ass mess. Yes, welcome. And then you made me smile. That was my mom's name, and don't see it or even hear. Oh, LB. Aw. I know that's right. Chris, feet off. Yeah. When her mother said, "Get your feet off my couch," she said, "My feet are clean." And she just kept them on there. Let me tell my mama at my big age. Let me tell my mama say, "Get you." First of all, I would never put my feet on my mom's couch. How about that? My parents' house, like there are protocols like in anyone's house. But let me, I guess, for whatever reason, do something that she feels is inappropriate in her home. And I say, well, I'm fine. That's pretty much what she was saying to her mama. I'm fine. Please. Mama, she ain't having it. She had a public defender. Oh, did she? Because the public defender was calling her when she was at the club. Do public defenders call you when it's after hours? I don't know. Self-medicating, yeah. Borderlines are kind of the narcissistic version of women. Dramatic, messy, fighting, yeah. And let's be clear, I know people who are borderlines who have an education. I tell people all the time, I went to school with plenty of educated hood rats. Don't get it twisted. See, people want to assume because people have degrees that they're automatically classy or they know how to be professional and things like that. There are plenty of educated hood rats who literally do the most ignorant things even though they have degrees. Ayana needs real mental help. Yes. You guys, Annette is new. Welcome, Annette, to the crew. Welcome, welcome. Please like, share, and subscribe. All the new people, hello. Welcome to the Chris Nicole channel. I am Chris Nicole. Please like, share, and subscribe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're all about positivity over here. Yes. Happy birthday to Nene. Wait, did she say maybe she needs to go into the WFC instead of I don't know if she gonna win them battles. They see, here's the thing. WFC people, they have to have the discipline to train. Okay. She ain't got that discipline. So yeah, I don't know if she gonna be able to do that, but she definitely ain't got the discipline at all whatsoever. Let me see. I wouldn't be exactly in that. So my mama would have smacked me and then told me, "Don't give me the money to clean you disrespectful bread." No, she told, and then told, you're saying, and then told me, give me the money to clean. Exactly. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Kentucky State University was hood rat central. Do you see what I'm saying? We all went to school with those where literally they would be fighting. They would be fighting at the college. Why are you in college fighting? You know what I mean? Like, you just don't grow up, but they got that degree after 4 years or maybe 5, 6, or 7 years. But the whole point is they got their degree. The whole point is they got their degree. Yes, in honor. I'm good, tipsy right now. Just left my favorite Mexican restaurant drinking margaritas. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know how good y'all Mexican food is out there though, because California got the best. California and Texas. Yes, welcome to the crew. Welcome Annette to the Chris crew. Yes, she ain't got the discipline, period. She don't have the discipline of life. She expects for life to work around her, not her working around life. And that's her problem. That is her problem. And her mother is always there to pick up the pieces because I'm thinking her mother feels guilty about something. You know what I'm saying? I feel like her mother feels guilty about something. And this is why she's constantly picking up the pieces on top of the fact that her grandkids are involved. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is. But I'm tired of her random crying, random moments of being upset. We haven't seen a calm side of her yet. She doing something crazy in every episode. It make you be like, well, damn, like I need some wine or something because I need to prepare to watch this girl on TV. Yes, welcome, welcome. California food is great. We got everything. Yes. Yes, of course, of course. We have a hood education. No, we need to exactly. We need to know when to turn it on and off. A lot of people don't, though, believe it or not. A lot of people don't. And I think a lot of people assume because people have degrees or just several degrees that they don't have that hood rat mentality. Oh, please believe me. They do. Went to school with them, grew up with some of them, hood rat. I feel bad for her when her mama passes, child. I guess that brother gonna pick up the pieces. I think that brother's gonna pick up the pieces. I don't even know. Like, she definitely don't give me signs that she's medicated. She doesn't. She does not. Cali has the best Mexican. Yeah, I like Tex-Mex too, but yeah, those are the two places that I typically will only eat Mexican food. And for those, there's a difference between Southern California Mexican food and also Northern California Mexican food. I think too. There's a difference also. Oh my God, I'm sorry, happy birthday. Yes, her birthday was earlier. It was May 2nd. I hope she can get her life together like her mom did. Yeah, I hope so too. But to me, it almost seems like her mother, when she had those kids, realized that she had no choice. Where Ayana feels like, well, I have kids, but I have my mother. I think there's something there. I think there's something there between her and her mother where her mother feels like guilty or whatever the case may be. Maybe she feels guilty like Teeny's mom because she wasn't there because she was too busy working to provide for them. If that brother is not back in jail, right? Because and that's another thing too. Let me ask y'all this, especially for the mothers on here. When you have multiple kids who have been in and out of jail, and definitely they all have had some type of issues, would you say that shows there was an issue with the parenting or the issue with the environment or both? Let me ask y'all that. Mothers on here, because the fact that she got her own legal issues and the brother has her own legal issues. I don't know how many siblings she has. I think there's only 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken. Does that say anything about the parenting or the environment or both? Or like when you deal with, big families and a good amount of the people in them families got issues, do you look at the parent? Do you look at the environment? Like, can you not just look at the parent? Can the parent just completely say they have nothing to do with how the kids turn out? Wondering. Y'all let me know. Thank you, Kim. It could be both, okay? Thank goodness I stopped at one child. But I'm asking. I'm asking for the two. Okay, I only have one. I'm curious because there are parents out there to be like, that's you, that's you. You know what I'm saying? You made that decision, but it makes you wonder. Sometimes kids just do what the hell they want to do. Valid point. Valid point. Y'all gonna have child. Look, some of these words, I don't know. We can have all of that on there, Yuli. Look at you. I don't know if we can use the B word and the high and all that stuff. I don't know because they be tripping on freaking YouTube. I only have one kid. Yes, I think it's a lot of factors. I blame the parents. Yeah, I guess it's what people think. I guess it's really what people think. But like literally coming from a big family, um, no, I don't know if can you even remove your comment once you post it, but I honestly feel like it makes you wonder, and the fact that she had him young, but when the brother said that he had his own legal issues, I said, well, damn, both of her kids got legal issues. My oldest son keeps getting in trouble with the law, but the rest of them working are very. But see, that's okay. See, in that situation, that's one, Ms. One. I'm talking about when all of them got issues. Let's give an example, shall we? The DeBarges. Y'all know who the damn DeBarges are. All of their asses is, yeah, come on. So it's like at a certain point, do you blame the parents? One child, yes, that happens, I think, in almost every situation. And again, an environment can play a part in it too. But when you are dealing with every child, especially with big families, and they all got something going on, it could be hereditary, maybe. It can be, but it definitely makes you wonder, like, can the parent just say that, they did the best they could and it's the child's fault when every single child got something going on? And Kimmy know what I'm talking about when it comes to the DeBarges. No, daddy, mom working 2 or 3 jobs, poor living conditions. Exactly. Where's whose dad? Ayana's dad? Or what? Well, she definitely talked about how she ain't got no relationship with him. Child. Yes, in the DeBarge case, it's the parents because the dad was. It ain't just him. We can't just blame him. I don't know if y'all know the stories or even if y'all read some of the books. No, you got to look at both of them. You had to look at both of them in that situation. But the reality is, in the situation, every single one of them kids had an issue. All of them. I think literally all of them. There's like 10 of them. You know what I'm saying? 10 of them. So, yes, I like it. I mean, made some of the best music that is going to be forever until the end of time, timeless, classic music, but definitely went through a lot of stuff to make that music. That's for sure. One is different. There are many exceptions. Yeah, I get it. I get it. They were messed up. The parents had their part in the DeBarges. Yeah, they did. I would say that was the majority of their issue. Like I would say, and then I can't even just say the dad. I literally just can't even say the dad. So at this point, it is what it is. But with that being said, you guys, I don't necessarily know what Ayana is gonna do. I just feel like she's great for TV. Wait, what? I heard Chico is not a DeBarge. How so? Do tell. Because he sure as hell act like him. The mom knew and didn't protect. Exactly. So that's why I say it's both of them. It's both of them. it was both of them. So again, but you know, parents are real quick to say, spill the tea, Nene. Oh, you don't know the tea about them? You from Detroit, because you know they originally from Detroit and then they moved to Grand Rapids, aka Grand Raggedy. But yeah, like I'll tell you this. I will tell you this. There are two books that I think you need to read first because I personally don't feel, and I know the mom just passed not too long ago, but I would say read Tommy DeBarge's book and read Bunny's book. Bunny's book and Tommy DeBarge. Bunny DeBarge, Tommy DeBarge. Y'all, if y'all want some type of background, read their books first. Read their books first. I'm heard he's an outside child, but I don't know. Ooh, child, we can do a lot. Yeah, we sure can. We sure can. Hi, Kelly. Are you new too? I'm getting some new people today. Y'all give a shout out to all the new people. There's like been about 3 or 4 people who came in today who are new, or at least are saying hello for the first time. Hello, Kelly. Welcome to the crew. We'll do. Bobby was a sweetheart. Bobby and Bunny definitely got a lot of that. Bobby, Bunny, and Tommy got a lot of that to the point where Bobby ended up tormenting the other children. Y'all got to read Tommy's book and y'all got to read Bunny's book. Tommy's book is going to make your stomach turn. So I'm preparing you now. Trigger warnings indeed reading those books. Mental No Legal. I just joined the channel a couple weeks ago and I'm early. Oh, thank you. So you know about Grand Raggedy, huh, Patrice? I've heard that. That was like people from Detroit call Grand Rapids Grand Raggedy. Hey, Kelly girl. Hi, Gail. What's up? Hey, Kelly, Patrice, you from Detroit too? Hey, guys, welcome to the crew. Exactly. Welcome. Also watch. Let's not do that. I don't know you don't mean anything by it, but I don't like, at the end of the day, you guys don't promote other people's channels. Because again, unless I have a relationship with them or whatever, let's not do that. Let's not promote your channel. I know you don't mean anything by it, but let's not. I'm saying from the perspective of the actual people who went through it, definitely get their books. I will say there is someone on YouTube that actually read Tommy's book from beginning to end. On here, if you don't have time to read it and you just want to listen to it, there is someone who actually did do that. So if you guys want to do that, but I read their books, you want to hear from Bunny and Tommy's perspective. Because they're the ones who went through it. So I'm definitely big on seeing it. Don't worry about it, Joe. Look, you my boy. You've been here since day one. So I know you didn't mean anything by that, but I'm just, it's just to get accustomed to that. But at the same time, that is her perspective on all the information she's gathered, which is fine, but you're going to hear it from their mouths and in writing what they went through. So, but yeah, you guys can definitely see if that lady, I forgot her name, she actually read Tommy DeBarge's book from beginning to end. And it's mind blowing. It is mind blowing. Who he recently passed not too long ago too. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Child, we done ventured off talking about the damn DeBarges. We done talked about Ayana's freaking unhinged, entitled, spoiled ass to the damn DeBarges. Ms. Flintstone on the house. Long story short, Ms. The dad was having, yeah, pretty much. That's what happened. That happened from the father. He repeated the cycle. And for all we know, it could have been other people who was violating him as well. Yes, we are. We are. We the best. We the best. Yes. Welcome to the crew. What's up to all the people in the bushes? Yeah. What's up? But you know what, though? I love the fact that they listen, as long as they listening for the right reasons. Like the Mendez mother. Exactly. So you actually believe that, because some people don't believe the Mendez brothers. They don't believe them. So some people say they was just lying to try to get off, but they still holding true to their story, even though they done been in there for like 30 years. Hey, Ms. Detroit, I made it to my notes, Patricia. I moved to Franklin, Michigan. Oh, y'all talking about Michigan in the house. But yeah, you guys. So that was the end. Child, that was the end of this episode. Again, I give it a D. It wasn't that great, but Ayana, because of her freaking ups and down roller coasters, she gonna give us a show. If you notice, every single episode so far, she has given us a show. She has. Now, is this going to help her? I don't know. I feel certain people mentally, they're not good for TV. And it doesn't help them, it hinders them. We will see what this does with Ayana. I would love to see, though, if they're going to be on Love After Lockup, and when he does get out, they try to continue this. That will be interesting. You know what? Yeah, that would be interesting, because he got to see his baby mamas and them kids. That would be quite interesting. I'm with you, Kelly. I believe the Mendez brothers. I don't think that was Kelly. I think that was Kimmy. Saw a miniseries where Eric spoke about the family. I saw it too. I know which one you're talking about. I saw it too. Yep. And the cousins backing them up. And wasn't it one of the Menudo boys, I believe, one of the groups back in the day also vouched and said the same thing about the father? I believe the Mendez brothers, they were not protected by their mother. E for effort. She gave them an E for effort. I gave it a D. Yeah, I gave it a D too. Ayana better come out that closet with that baby next week. Look, you Patrice, you got me rolling. That would be hilarious if the next scene, the next episode, we see them still filming that damn door while she talking behind it. Like, she got so upset that the judge gave her time because of her mouth. She got mad at production. Talking about some, take the camera, take the mic off of her. Production didn't do nothing to you. That was your fault. Ayana will be on Zeus next. Her and her friend. Shoot, they may do a Zeus show called Ebony and Ivory with Ayana and what's her name? Lexi. You never know. And Zeus, if you try to take that idea, I'm coming for you. Nene says she was auditioning for Zeus Network low key. Yes, let me see. I give it a D, but our recap is a B. Of course. We only do A's and B's over here, honey. That's all we do. We do A's and B's over here. I was talking about Mendo. My son looks like one of the members. Really? The daddy was in the industry, and knowing what we know now, the boys weren't lying. Girl, you could say that again. So, anywho, you guys, that's the truth. Yep. With that being said, you guys, thank you so much for coming on a Saturday, and shout out to my mod, my girl Nene, coming on her birthday. Nene, we're doing the Never Ever Mets later on tonight, which will be, I think, around 8:30 your time. I can't remember if you're Central or Eastern Standard Time, but I'm doing the Never Ever Mets, and that That show, this episode was straight clownery. I don't know if you guys watch Never Ever Mets. I don't know if you watch it, but you may want to get into it. But this episode, oh my gosh, we have a lot to talk about. Zeus baddies of Love During Lockup. Natalie, don't take my credit for real. Does anyone remember when Menudo made a guest appearance on Silver Spoons with, wow, girl, you taking it back. You taking it back. Let me see. I'm so old by y'all. Happy birthday, Nini. Peace, love, and hair grease. Is interesting. Thank goodness I made it to the live. Subscribe. Enjoy you all. Oh, we enjoy you too. So yes, you guys, that's it for this recap. If I'm not passed out, I will be on it cutting up Lansky. Lansky is prepared. Lansky already said he's coming. He came for this one too, but I think Lansky's coming for it. But yeah, they acted up. But yeah, you guys, if you guys have watched or you're watching Never Ever Mets, that will be later on. But if not, I appreciate you guys for coming every week, supporting your girl. Definitely have a safe and blessed weekend. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on my next video. Toodles.